Hi everyone, I'm here today and excited to get connected with Kate Celentano, and we're going to talk about some different activations. So once I get her here on to this channel, then hopefully we can go ahead and get her on here. Let's see if I can just find her. Okay. So thanks for your patience while we get Kate here on the line. And yeah, and so I see there's one viewer now. Hopefully I can get connected with Kate quickly, and she's coming in now. Excited. Hey.
Hi everybody. How's it going?
Oh, I'm glad to have you. I'm glad that we were able to figure out the Facebook.
Thanks for having me.
Joint Facebook Live.
Yeah. Hi everybody. How's it going? Happy Inauguration Day.
Big day. A lot of big things happening. Yeah.
Big day. Big day for everybody here on Earth. So
yeah.
All the energies.
Totally.
So let's get into our topics. How are you? How are you, Christina? Good to see you in your dome.
Yeah, the Phoenix Temple. Actually, I was feeling called to pull a card.
Okay.
Our oracle card. He would come through for our information for today. And it says, Star Family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support.
Oh, I love that.
It's perfect.
So it's good. Yeah, it is pretty perfect for today.
Yeah.
It kind of touches on what we're talking about too, with calling in support and what's going on with the energies and everything that's happening here collectively this whole month, especially today. So that's pretty interesting. Of course, that came through today. So you gotta love it. Hi, everybody who's here. We're pulling some cards, getting that going. And Christina, does this show up on my Facebook Live too? I'm not sure. At the same time, I just saw there was a button that says share to friends, so I'm not sure if anybody's seeing on my end, but hi to everybody on Christina's end, and I'm sure we'll share this later. This will reach everybody, and everybody who's here will receive any energies and messages later if you come at a later time. Excuse the noise, I'm outside.
Perfect. So we wanted to talk to everybody about the abilities that are activated right now. It's a really interesting time because especially during the Grand Conjunction, but since then it's been continuing to unfold more and more and more, and really it started a few years ago, and now the time is coming where we're really stepping into some really amazing abilities that we can use, and they're going to be new and different for everyone. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. You can tell the last decade, the energies have shifted and changed, and everything's really started changing. And I know 2012 was kind of that year marker where things really started to flip, but even more so now in the last 3 years, I would say. And this year coming up forward, we're going to get more of that. So more grand and more conjunction happening in many different ways. And as we move through the energies and the portals that we're traveling through. So this will be an interesting cycle and ride, and I know that we're going to keep cycling and recycling, so that'll be interesting to do this apart and together.
Totally. And it's so interesting too, because it's a really challenging experience for people as those abilities are coming out, as they're activating within them, because somewhat they don't understand what's going on to some extent, and it feels uncomfortable sometimes, but also it's surprising what the abilities are sometimes. You think it's good.
It is surprising.
You know, we have this idea in our head of like, oh, I'm going to be able to see these things or do these things. And it's totally a surprise every time.
Yes, and then it's interesting and surprising for sure. And then just when you think you know, right, you grasp it, then you do it does a switch and flip on you, the Earth School class. Okay, you got that down, you got those abilities, those lessons, and flip, and then you don't know anything again. You're starting back at center, and then you're walking it again. So yes, that is surprising and interesting for sure, how that happens, how that comes in, and how it's going to keep applying to us. And I'm hearing they're going to keep supplying us with as much as we need, Oh, and they're also talking about how we'll be leaving some abilities behind, which I never heard before, but I guess the things that we outgrow, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I guess those things fall away too, including some of our abilities, which is new information coming through. So thanks for leading us down that rabbit hole. That's a rabbit hole for everyone to venture down too. It's kind of like that thought that it'll always be a part of you, but you clear the space and open yourself up more for new ones to come in that are more magnetic, more intense, right? That require more of you and more energy and training and lesson to you. So I think that's the whole, yes, they're saying yes, yes, yes. That's what it is. And they're saying it's very layered. And they, meaning the guides, they're up there talking, chatting away. So yeah, they're saying it's very layered. And they're showing me a lot of different compartments too. So there's different ability compartments and ways to look at them, and ways to use them.
I keep
Unlimited,
saying,
multiple ways.
yeah, a rose or a lotus, right? These
Yeah.
flowers that are opening and opening. And so we have access to these outer layers, as those are the petals that been the soonest. They're the easiest to see, and they're like written all over.
Yeah.
So what are those abilities? What are those unique things inside each of us more deeply that need to come out through the weathering of our lives, essentially? It's been a big weathering. This whole last few years for everyone has been a big deal. A lot of trauma has come through, and it's what is going to help us flower if we can keep coming back to ourselves.
You're so right about that flowering too. And the seasons and what we harvest coming up to in the spring. So there's more of that, more of the lotus, more of the growth, more of unfolding there. So I see that. It's going to be so interesting. You just keep talking and bringing some amazing insights out, Christina. That's such a beautiful thing.
Thank you all for coming. Charity, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's good to see everybody. Thank you. We're just talking about different ability activations that are happening for people right now as we're stepping into this new way of being and living. And there's different attunements that can come through for that too. Different work we can all do in our personal lives and as a collective. And the card that I was about the star family, about us connecting with our celestial lineage and the people that have been through as lineage in a way that's going to open our abilities to truly into the power that we have.
So
we can't do it together that we're not going.
Yeah. Sorry, just making my way in. That was a little loud. Sorry. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's it. It's just that we have to keep reaching out for each other over and over again. And I always say this kind of stuff, but really it is about our family and our chosen family here in this lifetime. And they see us for what we can't see for ourselves. So I always think about my clients who I've helped open their abilities and realize their abilities. And it's always so obvious to me what their abilities are that I can't even fathom that they don't know what they are. Then I'm just like, what do you mean? You do this and this and this and this, you can, you're a strong empath, you can energies. And they're like, really? What? It's confusing to them because we've learned to have these veils over our eyes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They are. Yeah.
Right. It's so easy to see for self too, right? Or not easy to see for self, but for everyone else, it's like so easy to say, this, and this. And then, with ourselves, we travel down and wonder, and try to figure it out. So that's just the maze and the puzzle. But yes, it's so neat. Maybe that's what we can do. That's something we can all set out to do in 2021 is help each other see what we need to see, what's on the inside, and what we can pull out of each other that is the best, right? Bringing out the best in each other and our abilities, and just supporting each other with that process. So you hit the nail on the head with that.
I'm thinking also that ways that we can identify our own abilities to some extent is by looking at where we've had the most challenges in our life. Like, are we always struggling by feeling overwhelmed or too heavy of energy, or where we have had our most passion and excitement? Like, what are we most drawn to do, right? I had awakening a few years ago, and I'm like, doesn't everyone just want to be a priestess and stuff? energy healing language. And somebody looked at me like I was nuts. They're like, "Wait,
Yeah, not everyone.
nobody wants that." And I couldn't fathom it. Just assumed everyone felt that way. And then I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's probably because it's a direction I need to be going, you know."
Yeah,
It's
no.
bizarre, but that's how.
You're so funny. I know. Well, everybody has their path, and different dynamics, right? On who they are and what they strive to be. So, um, you're finding that out too, huh? Yeah.
It was a few years ago,
Sure.
and I'm like, how could that? What? Huh? And I was so surprised. And okay, this is a real thing. I need to consider this.
Yeah, I remember when I met you too. Same thing. You were in your priestess mode, and you know, you had all the priestesses and sisters, and I said, okay, you have your own path for sure. And then I was thinking, what category do we fit in over here? So I'm sure we all go through that identification, and we're all different, right?
Well, I think some of the comparison mode, right, that we learn growing up, part of the old paradigm about competition and comparison, and we get to shed
Definitely.
that. And something I've been kind of embodying, feeling in a different way through some of the training I've been doing recently is this idea that we're all different flowers, right? So I'm back to the flower, I guess, but that, like, is an orchid more better than a rose? No, they're just different, beautiful flowers. Need different to grow and have abilities and beauty to them, you know?
Right.
And
yeah,
so
that comes back to style too, like just style of flower, style of light worker, healer, whatever you are, right? You come up with your style, and it grows as you grow, and you figure it out along the way. And some people change too, right? You start out maybe priestess and then morph into something else, and eventually the labels go off, and then all of a sudden you're just the energy, the light. Who knows what we'll all be by I shouldn't say the end of this, but through our lifetime, right? Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can hear you.
It's like it's a merging of all these pieces of us all together, and then,
yeah, definitely.
You know, yeah.
Definitely. Yes. Is it too loud out here? Am I too loud?
No.
Go by the door. Okay. I'm just trying to find a place here. Oh, well, I certainly like your topics today, and I also want to touch on what's going on with the world stuff. I know we're moving through this important day today. This is historic day for so many reasons, and the energies are so intense and they're magnified today, and especially this week. And I know everybody's feeling it here, where everybody's talking about it. Social media is talking about it, right? The entire world is talking about it. And as we talk about it, as we feel, then we're expanding that energy too. So it's just kicking up. It's going to keep kicking up a notch. And Christina and I were talking about this earlier, about cleansing out what you need in our lives, the energies, and just doing that so we can begin a new process here on this new earth that we're transforming into and heading to. So this is a good time to do that. And I know we call it spring cleaning, but it's winter spring cleaning. It's like, this is the new winter, the in-between.
Yeah.
Yes, it is fake spring. Look, right now they're tending to the plants and the trees as we speak. So it is fake spring, and we're all living like it now. And even today, it's a celebration of that. So we're putting down new seeds today, a new history today, and everybody can feel the change and shift, the excitement that's coming. So I want to plant that down as you cleanse out and as you heal. An exciting process to go through. So we're all doing this together, and think about that as we cleanse out together. That's a whole new beginning for the entire planet all at once. So this is a big process, and I'm ready if you are, all of you out there. I'm ready. Hi, Jimmy. How are you? Oh, I guess it is working on my end because someone just popped in from my thread. So that's nice to see. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move it in just a little here. Yeah.
Yes. You know, ways to do cleaning, cleansing. You can actually clean your house. That's a beautiful way to actually clean the house. Sweet, mom, whatever, get all of it out. You can use different incense, and it's different for everybody what calls to Or
Yeah, definitely.
those Tibetan singing bowls. If you have a singing bowl, you can use those. They're really beautiful for cleaning out energy and just setting the stage for something really peaceful and beautiful in your home.
Yeah.
Thinking about those things that feel good to you, like is it burning? Is it using an essential oil diffuser and just filling it
Yeah.
with a lovely scent? You know, different little things like that. They all help.
Yes, and social distancing your objects too. Not just yourself, right? Not just each other, but your objects. So it creates an energy flow and pathway for the energies to make their way out, and also to keep you healed in a positive high vibration too. So it's those things are good, and putting objects in your house too that are peaceful, loving, even maybe little water fountains, things like that. I love the singing bowls for sure, and music and positivity. If you still have your Christmas lights up, yes, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm getting into that and getting creative too with what you're going to move in, right? As we cleanse out, we always start bringing some stuff in too. So being aware of what you're putting into your homes as well, which can create more health, healing, and good things like that, especially flowers. You keep talking about the flowers. So flowers, colorful flowers, color vibrations, and color healing is all good things for us right now. And they're of the earth. So blessing them, saying thank you before we bring them in, and they'll surely bless us as we have them in our home, which is amazing.
I love it. And it sparked me to think about creativity just in general, that a lot of us have been feeling really stagnant in so many different ways. And like, I can't get moving, or I don't know what's next, or whatever. And then if we can do these little bits of creativity, whether there's an altar space or cleansing the house, that is creation. That is and showing the space for a new beginning to start, you know. But drawing or coloring, it could be doing something with clay, or you know, moving crystals on a table or whatever. Just different ways to get that energy moving is going to be so helpful too, so that we can start to activate those abilities and really connect with each other.
Right. I love that you're saying that too, because in fact, it's the intention, right? The ritual is what's happening. So as you intend, so it appears to you, right? As we label it, so it appears to us. And I love that. I love that you did an altar and you're doing some things, putting that in, and that's a good way to start the process. And a lot of people don't know how to make altars. So maybe we should talk about that a little bit. And that actually helps activate our abilities by doing that, because it's the intention that you're putting in and what you're putting in your altar and behind it. So, and the objects that you're using. And you don't have to go buy things for this either. It can be nature objects as well. So yes, I know you're good with altars, Christina. Do you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, I think that actually what I'll do is I'll show you.
Yes, even better.
Around.
I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to, I wasn't sure if you wanted to do all that right now, but that's amazing. Look at that altar.
For Isis.
That has a lot of power.
And look, it's my python, my ball python's shed.
Oh, wow.
She left this for us on Halloween night for a surprise shed that she left.
Wow. And that's so beautiful.
So you can see, actually, I'll flip the screen if I can. And
that's so powerful. Wow.
Yeah. This one is
a great altar
for the dark time of the year, you know. So we use colors that invoke those energies, and we call upon those things in the darkness, right? Our ancestors. And again, the snake skin. This is from my red-tailed boa. And I work a lot with, you know, with the snakes, because again, what we're doing right now is clearing and releasing energies that no longer serve us. And the snakes embody that in such a beautiful way.
Yes.
So for bigger altars, I almost always try to have one thing for each element. So here we have feathers. There's actually a little water in this bowl here. We've got the crystals for earth. And there usually is a sage bowl, but for right now it's not there. You know, to represent all the candles, but they're not real candles. So.
Oh, it's so beautiful though. There's so much energy coming from that. You can just feel it oozing off of it. So that's it. You have a little altar in your home, whatever it is. Your altar does not have to be extreme, or it could be totally extreme, and you can put whatever you want in there. So thanks for showing us that. That was amazing.
To do altars, and they're really just a crystal and a candle.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like a little cloth underneath it, or maybe bring the table off nicely underneath, and that's it. And that's what they love. It really about what feels good to you in your heart when you're putting it together, what's calling to you. And you have to just kind of take those minutes to check in with what wants to be on this altar. So a particular crystal or a particular candle, maybe you make a candle for that purpose, you know, or a different feather, or nothing at all, and just a candle that's there for that space, to hold space for you when you're tapping into your energies, you know.
That's beautiful. I can feel it. Feel it now. I feel everyone's altars coming together, and your light teams are sending blessings for those, and also the whispers, the urge to make them, because they're for your highest and best good if you feel called to it. So they're being blessed right now. Your altars are double blessed and activated, which is exciting. I'm very excited to see what altars you come up with and how they're working for you guys. Sometimes they're very quick working, which is great. Yes. As we're talking right now, I can feel the energies out there, and the universe just, it's coming back down a little more. So it's funny how we were talking about how they're going to kick up a notch, and then all of a sudden I just felt this wave of peace, calm, and maybe because we're activating and talking about bringing in something calming and something that's intended to help us in our path. So that's exciting. The universe here is hearing us.
Connect with your star family. That's what.
Yes. Connect. They're all hearing you.
Don't forget.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's.
And actually, we have a time and a place for you to do that if you should choose to join us, which is January 26th, the fourth Tuesday of the month. We're getting together for our Journey to the New Earth series, and we'll be meeting from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. And do you want to tell them a little bit about what we're going to be covering for this group in January?
Sure. We're doing the soul light. So bringing you back to your true selves, connecting you to your soul light. And this is a deeper kind of connection. We're going into levels and layers between the old earth and new earth, meeting the soul there. So we don't want to give too much away about that, but we're connecting you in a space and time that we have not yet visited in that soul light when you meet it. So we're doing that. We're having a discussion about the purpose of it and why we're doing those activations. Discussion probably about a little bit more, some updates, reviews, and we're doing some light language and coded transformation regarding the soul light and the new earth and the connection there. And we're doing some special intuit messages coming forward from soul with the new earth theme. So we'll get into that as you guys come in, a little bit more explanation about that. And then we're going to go down into an energy vortex, new earth vortex coming back down. And yes, we'll ground into that and let those energies and the healing integrate, which is going to be very exciting. And we're working with special teams, light teams, this journey. So they're specifically specialized in the soul light. So this will be very exciting. And I hope to see you all there. We're super excited to have you.
So much fun and such high vibes, such good energy. So I'm really excited to do this again, and it's coming up soon now. So really looking forward to this next Tuesday with you, Kate.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it too with you. We had so much fun last time. We had such a great group, and I hope to see everybody there from that group and new people that are coming, where these groups and journeys will just continue. And anybody who did not catch the journey, the first journey or this one, you're more than welcome to pick up our recordings. We have those offered. We record every single one. So for a small donation, you can access those and catch up. So you can do those in a row in the comfort of your own home. And we also want to state that anybody who's coming on to the journeys, you can either be present there on video and show yourself, you can share, you can hide your face and not share, you can kick back in the background and just be present and receiving the energies and the transformations without even talking, whatever is comfortable for you. We want to make an experience that everybody can feel comfortable coming to, even if you come later and receive the recordings. We just wanted to make this reachable and easy for everybody. And that's also why we are doing this at a donation price. So we will not leave anyone behind.
Nobody.
So everyone can access.
Come with us. Just come with us. It's
yes.
Energies. It's good vibes. Just come with us. It's next Tuesday night. We have Zoom links. You don't have to be in person, and you can just join us if you feel called. If you have any questions, just message one of us. We're here for you, and we will continue sending good energies to all of you throughout today, and look forward to seeing you on Tuesday or for our next Facebook joint session.
Yes, we're doing our source cloud too. So we're doing some cool healings coming up and also some abilities activations, which we will talk to you guys more about in the New Earth series and coming up on our Facebook news series. This is our positive news channel here. We'll be coming back here to talk to you guys, to vibe, and also maybe provide some super energies and healings from time to time. We're just here to surprise you. So we're here to surprise ourselves too.
We just
what'd you say?
It was too much bad news out there, and we were going to just kind of random happy news channel that talk about New Earth stuff and all the fun things that are opening right now, because we've had enough doom and gloom, and there's way more to be had if you want it, but we just wanted to do something different. So that's why we're here and what we're doing, and it comes through. So
you never know what will come through next time either. So it's always surprising. You never know where spirit will lead us, right? So I'm excited that we did this. I'm excited we're doing this, and we'll put that yin and that yang and go positive with the news. So this is our news broadcast. Glad to see everybody here. Thank you so much for coming and sitting with us and vibing and spreading that light. Bye, everyone.